It's that time for Cricbuzz Comm. I'm Gautam Bhimani in the company of Zaheer Khan. Now, what Sri Lanka have done, like the new Pakistan that came out yesterday, is that they've put on a big opening partnership, something they didn't do throughout that entire losing streak of theirs. They had almost a high of 15, and today they put on almost 100 runs, and I think that has been the big difference.
Well, good to see that, from both, from yesterday's match as well and today. Different approach, the intent was shown. That's what you want to see, isn't it? I mean, that's something which was consistent so far in the World Cup, which is a great sign for the World Cup. We want to see the competition. We want to see the ups and downs of the World Cup teams doing the homeworks right, coming back stronger is what we want to see. I felt that Afghanistan bowlers got a little too carried away with the amount of help which was around. Kusal Perera's intent in the previous match against New Zealand was also just spot on. Yes, when he got out, it looked like he was a soft dismissal and was looking to be too aggressive. But that's the way he plays. And when it pays off, it looks like this. So the intent from Kusal Perera was the same. I like the fact that Sri Lankans also did that change in the batting order.
Pushed him one up. Tirabhanna came at 3.
Identified the fact that Kusal Perera was looking more comfortable. He was someone who could take the game to the opposition, give us the start which is required, can set the platform for Sri Lanka. So from that point of view, I think they tick that box very nicely. And hence the result. The platform is set now for them to go on to get the big one.
Also, one more point on Kusal Perera. I mean, there was a time when he obviously has always been an aggressive player, but he would make that 30 of 22 balls and then get out. After that test match innings that he's played in South Africa, he's shown that he can be aggressive, but he can spend time at the crease. And today they need him, after the power play, to spend time.
He's a good player of spin. There is no doubt about it, and he's a naturally aggressive player. So that's what will keep that tempo going. He'll not let that tempo come down for Sri Lanka. If they have to get to the total of 300 on this track, they know that they're going to make the job easier for their bowlers that much, because certainly this wicket is not that easy. As far as Kusal Perera is concerned, players evolve. And that's something which is seen with Kusal Perera as well. He has always had that potential. It's just about knowing how to build an innings and getting that confidence of scoring runs. And once you score runs at this level, you've seen so many players, they just transformed and start putting the numbers together. So hope that's the case with Kusal Perera as well. We've seen the signs. Let's see how he takes the form in the remaining World Cup.
You already made a point about the Afghanistan bowlers. Now, one positive for them is since the 2015 World Cup, they're the team who have conceded among the fewest number of century partnerships against the opposition. Today, yes, it was big, but not 100, technically speaking. So among all the teams playing in this particular World Cup, but only 3 times it's happened since then. But today you mentioned already, the bowlers got a little carried away. Is there a tendency when you see a green surface, you see the clouds overhead, quick bowlers are saying we need to try harder? Hamid Hassan bowled so brilliantly the other day against Australia. Look at that, 2 overs for 30.
Well, you just got to go back to that first game which Sri Lanka played against New Zealand. How they utilized the conditions, how they got the wickets by pitching the ball up. I think today, looking at the greenery around on the pitch, they just got a little carried away, bowled a little short. There were a few down the leg boundaries as well. There were a few flew over the keeper's head. That's not how you're going to get wickets. You're going to get wickets on these kind of track by maximizing the effect of the wicket, by getting the ball in that test match length as we speak about. You have to get the batsman coming forward and bring in all the dismissals. Leg before wickets, got behind and bowled. That's where you get the maximum purchase, which was not the case. And this is the inexperience of Afghanistan. They are okay to make the errors, but they should have been a little smart and should have done their homework, looking at that last game, how New Zealand team in terms of bowling approached the game.
Final point, how big is Rashid Khan's spell going to be? We were not sure when he'd come on. He's come on in the 16th over, bowled a decent over for 5 runs. Now, how Naib uses him is going to be critical to whether Sri Lanka get to 320 or 280.
Well, at the moment, Afghanistan is way behind the game. You know that early phase was the most important phase of the match. Sri Lanka has won that phase hands down. So from here, they have to commit some serious mistakes for them to go out of the game. From Sri Lanka's point of view, they have to now get the grip stronger and stronger. From Afghanistan's point of view, right now there is not much help for the spinners in the wicket. So you wouldn't blame if your main spinner also not able to create that kind of impact. Maybe Nabi will be good because he uses that speed variation and the drift. But for Rashid, I don't think that much help is around, and for Mujib as well. So your two bowlers, if with their experience they get the wickets, it's fine. But otherwise, the conditions are not going to help them create that kind of impact on the game.
Yes, and Sri Lanka also appeared to have survived the Cricbuzz Comm curse that happens in terms of wickets falling at this point in time. But I think between now and the 35th over, when Cricbuzz Comm returns, Zaheer Khan, myself and Robin Uthappa are going to try and negotiate with our production team in terms of revising our My 11 Circle expert couch predictions, because we look like we've got it horribly wrong again.